Welcome to allertonev.com. This is Adapted. We're on episode 91. My name is Tristan, and joining me this week we've got Jason and Chad.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back, Tristan.
Yeah,
Hey,
good to be back.
You survived the Alps.
I did, yeah. Climbed many mountains and survived all of them.
Rode a killer whale into the sunset. It was pretty sweet.
Something like that, yeah.
What was the favorite mountain that you climbed?
There was one that we went down that you can see the Matterhorn, and that was probably my favorite.
What the fuck is the Matterhorn?
Yeah.
Like, you've said Matterhorn like 19 times, and I saw it on social media, and I'm like, I don't know, but I'm not Googling it either. I'm lazy.
The Matterhorn.
It's a mountain?
Yeah, it's a mountain.
It's an
So
ice
you
It's
climb
shaped like
one
that.
you climb one mountain to look down on another mountain, or you can just see that mountain?
No, you can see the Matterhorn in the distance.
Oh, okay.
You can't actually climb the Matterhorn because it's so dangerous. But yeah.
Huh. I didn't know you
You got a
climb.
sticker for climbing it?
They gave us away somewhere.
Participation sticker.
There's a Sherpa at the top just handing out stickers. to
But
whoever makes it.
this area in Vermont though is really awesome. You can see the Matterhorn, and then like all around you are different other mountains and glaciers and all kinds of crazy stuff.
All right. That sounds cool.
It's like 10,000 feet high or so. It's crazy.
All right. So one last thing about your vacation before we start with the real stuff. I need to know about this James Bond villain camp or whatever it is you were doing.
Yeah, you went to James Bond training camp?
Yeah, I'm now an official Bond villain.
Nice, dude. Yes.
It's so on Her Majesty's Secret Service, the only movie with George Lazenby as James Bond. It came out in 1968, I believe, and they filmed part of the movie on this mountain, Piz Gloria, is the name for this area. And yeah, since then they kind of converted everything to be Bond World. So they have a lot of memorabilia from shooting there and all kinds of interactive stuff. Like even the bathrooms are all like Bond themed. And like the doors open, they slide open electronically, and there's all kinds of like Bond girls all over the walls.
Weird.
Crazy. And they have a rotating restaurant at the top of this place. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Huh.
I like the Bond-themed bathroom. Did you take any pictures in there?
Outside, not inside.
You didn't want to do it inside. It would have been too weird. You could have just said it was a spy camera.
I mean, there were people taking pictures inside, and I got a little creeped out by that, but whatever.
You're
Hey, sir, I'm
spooked.
You can just continue peeing. I just want to take a picture of this Bond urinal.
I guess so.
Yeah, come on, Tristan. Like it's the first.
No, but
time
yeah,
I've
Bond
been
World
there.
was awesome. That was a really fun day.
Did you get another sticker for that?
I didn't get a sticker. Just yeah, a lot of good photos. Oh, and on that mountain, before we go all the way to the top to Bond World, I don't know if you saw the photos of me climbing through this circular fence cage
Yeah, dude, that looked awesome.
that they have. Just like they have all these like weird things. It's on a little lower than Bond World, but it's like this viewing platform that goes all around in a complete circle, and they have like different things set up. Like you can climb a tightrope with two things on the side, just with a net underneath you.
Yeah, that looked terrifying.
Other than that, I climbed through that fence where you literally there's just rocks hundreds of feet below you, and that's all you got.
Are there any
Did you get
restrictions
freaked out
on
or
that?
not?
I don't know. There weren't any signs like a weight limit or anything, so I don't know.
Huh.
Or
Interesting.
if like I was curious if like you can just throw like 10 people in there or see what happens.
Yeah, like what happens
The chain looked thick as fuck, so...
It did look pretty thick, but like as I got towards the end, because it was a long fence thing or tube, and it got a little shaky, and all around like the end of it was just like screws. I was like, I wonder how secure this really is, or like how they tested this.
You should have started just shaking it from the inside. See what
There's like a
happened.
little kid in the middle of the thing, just having a meltdown because Tristan thought he was
It hurt after a while because it's a long thing and it's metal fencing, so like my knees were all bruised up. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh,
Oh,
sounds
man.
like torture.
Definitely quite the experience though.
It's not ezy becoming a Bond villain.
No, it's not.
So what's your villain bad guy name? What's your name?
I didn't think of a name. Dang it.
What?
I don't know.
You
You
can't
can't
go
give
through
the
the
entire
Do you guys have a name
camp.
for me?
No, we don't.
Do you guys have a
name
name
you.
for me?
No, we're not
No.
naming you. You get to have your own name. Or
Something
do
good.
something dastardly, then we'll give you one.
I'd call you like Wiley Wisher.
Sure.
It's like from the James Bond cartoon. That's not like a real. Couldn't get that in the movies.
James Bond Jr.
Maybe we'll come up with a name by the end of the show here.
Yeah. If Swenor were here, we'd have this on lockdown.
He's got names coming out of his ears. Yeah.
All right. So
I'll
let's
get you a name, dude.
It was definitely a killer time. Switzerland's very interesting. I had no idea that they speak so many different languages all throughout Switzerland. Like the northern central part is mostly German speaking, but then once you go towards the southwest corner, that is all French. And like the road signs change and everything, languages, and just people are entirely different. Like there's people actually living in France that then kind of in like these poor villages, and then they work in Switzerland because Switzerland's a really nice country. It's really expensive. So there's a lot of money flowing around, all those banks and everything.
Yeah, all that stolen money.
All those watches. There's so many. I went through like a watch warehouse where they had Rolex and all kinds of other Swiss watch brands. But yeah, it's crazy. Then the southeast side's Italian side, so the road signs change again. Everyone speaks Italian. Had a really good calzone that blew my mind.
I saw that picture and I was like, oh, typical Tristan. He's like, this is the best calzone I've ever had in the history of the world.
Was the best calzone. I've never had a bad calzone, so yeah.
I've had some bad calzones, like if they use like, I don't know, like the wrong cheese or something, or they don't put enough fillings in there. But yours looked like it had a hole on the top or something. Like the filling was like
Did you
broken.
bite it?
No, I think it was just a little charbroiled at the top or something.
Oh, I thought it was like a calzone with like something cut out the top and then this stuff.
I think in America they shove too much into the calzone. In Italy, they're very specific with, or in Italian, they're very
This is government regulated calzone, Tristan.
It was funny. We stopped in this little village and we had lunch there, and it's the Italian theme. It was an Italian restaurant, and our waiter didn't speak any English, and our guy didn't speak Italian either, but he knows Spanish, and Spanish is kind of like Italian, so he's able to communicate somehow. But it worked out.
I don't believe that entirely. That Spanish is close enough to Italian that
it's not close enough, but like some phrases are very similar.
Some like things kind of like overlap.
Plus, Italian food is already named in its Italian name in America, so it's kind of easy to like know what's what.
Do you want a pizza, Tristan? You're like,
it's probably the easiest thing to understand. Like if it's a German menu, like everything is named entirely different. Well, besides sausage, but they're different dishes. So yeah,
that's pretty
amazing.
I
recommend Switzerland. Go to Switzerland; it's a great time.
Did you get the chocolate?
I got chocolate, but I really wanted to go to this actual chocolate making shop, but apparently they were closed Mondays, which is the only day we're through that town. So unfortunately, I missed out on Swiss chocolate making class.
Oh man, you could have really like come back to America and just change things up with that. But
yep.
Sorry, that sounds like a fucking awesome trip.
The Swiss, their national like dish is fondue. So there's fondue everywhere.
Dude, you know what? Coming from Wisconsin, I feel like that is kind of like the foreign equivalent of the state of Wisconsin, right? Like a lot of cheese and food and sausages.
Yeah.
And
yeah, cheese, milk.
They're a big thing. Like normally, I mean, in America, you're used to like getting French fries with your meal. Sometimes over there, they do this thing called rosti, where it's just like this giant circle of hash browns that comes instead. And I had this really one good thing where there's cheese on top of it and sausage, and it was delicious.
Holy shit, dude. I've never eaten at a Swiss restaurant before, but I kind of want to now. I feel like their food sounds delicious.
Yeah. I mean, their food is, since they're so close to Italy, Germany.
Sounds like a poutine.
Their food is kind of like a mixture. It's all mixed together.
That's how I like
There's
my
so
food.
many Italian restaurants over there. It's crazy. Very expensive food, too. It's hard to find a cheap restaurant.
Really?
We actually did find an Irish pub one night, which was a little bit cheaper in this more expensive town.
Huh. Did you get any fast food over there?
No.
They don't have fast food, I bet, dude.
I saw a bunch of Burger King, McDonald's.
Oh.
Huh.
I thought they would.
I mean, their fast food's a little bit differently. Like, they make a Big Mac differently. I don't know exactly.
I had the Whopperito this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about some delicious food. How was that? I saw a commercial for that during Fear the Walking Dead. I didn't know that was a thing.
Dude, I didn't either until last weekend when it was mentioned by Toby to me, and he was like, "Dude, I don't know what," because I like burrito things. So he's like, Whopperito. So I tried it. A shit ton of pickles in that motherfucker. Ooh, I don't know if it's like how it's how that Burger King made it, but every single bite had a minimum of 2 pickles. And I'm not a pickle fan.
Yeah, no, you hate pickles.
And like they're like soggy long danglers
Oh.
too, so it's just like you're pulling it out for like a mile, dude. Other
They're
than
the best
that,
kind, man.
other than that, dude, that thing was great. I was
Really?
happy. Yeah, it was delicious, dude. It was the nacho cheese sauce they used and that secret sauce combined. It just was heaven.
Wait, they put nacho cheese sauce in there?
Instead of like, well, because they have like a slab of cheese. It's like.
Oh, did you ever have it like when McDonald's did the Big Mac burritos back in the day,
Yeah.
or like the
No.
snack wraps or some shit like that? They had a burger in there, and it was kind of gross.
Oh, those are gross.
because it was the full slab of burger, so it was
Yeah.
just weird. Here they chop it up and they put it in there. It's not ground beef, but it's chopped up, so you still get that flame broil. Ah, dude, it was delicious.
Did you get the
and it's only
fucking-
$3.
Did you get the Cheetos things while you were there too?
No, I literally didn't even look at the menu. I walked in, I said, I need 2 Whopperritos, and that's it.
Just pushing people out of the way. Whopperito!
2 Whopperritos! Ugh.
Yeah, they got some like cheesy cheese. I don't know, like cheese, macaroni and cheese made of Cheetos or some shit like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I saw a photo of that somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like you should have tried that.
I wanted to get out of there.
What about the cheesy core burrito? While we're talking food, have you tried that? You're like a Taco Bell aficionado. I saw an ad for that
Not,
too.
dude.
God
I'm
damn
not.
it, dude.
I don't go out to fast food that often anymore, Not that I'm not, I'm not the ultimate aficionado anymore. So this was my first time in a while to hit up a.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get on Twitch and talk
Crazy
to Toby,
joint.
I guess, about food again.
Yeah.
That's where,
We'll
that's
pull
where you
him
get
on
all your
for
hot
someone
fucking
recipe.
food tips of the week.
Roll up a pizza.
So yeah, it was good listening to you guys last week. You guys held your own. Swenor did a good job hosting. I was kind of sad I missed out on the first episode of Fear the Walking Dead, or the first mid-season episode of Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, do you want to give we all clearly didn't like it?
Yeah, you
like,
all give it 2s, and
I liked it
I
as a
think
standalone, but as the season opener, yeah.
yeah, it was probably the worst mid-season opener that I've ever seen of a show. From the shows that we cover, I should say.
What would you have
It was
given
bad.
it? What are you gonna?
I would give it a 1, probably.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
no, oh, man, I wish you were here, dude. Just spice it up. Probably
I
have
know.
to
Even
make
you know what?
it
After I was done, I was reflecting on it and giving it a 2, and I was like, God damn it, dude! Because I got all worked up after the show about that, like how poserish I thought that episode was. By the time I was done, I was like, oh man, I hated that so much.
Like, I didn't know what they were doing, and for me, the universe of The Walking Dead, not just the TV show, but the comics, the novels. I own like 5 or 6 Walking Dead novels where it's more detailed. It's really good stories. I've played the video games, even more really good stories. But like Fear the Walking Dead, I feel like they're making just to have another show on AMC and get ratings. I feel like they're not really trying hard. They're just like, yeah, here it is. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I still think their biggest problem
Give
is
us
the setting.
Give us some money.
I think this
Yeah.
location is killing them. They just it's not not exciting.
Problematic, yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea how Nicholas survived that first episode. No idea.
I mean, he survived because it's terrible writing. That's the only reason he survived.
Yeah, I guess so. When you guys were talking about those 3 like military guys that rolled up in that Jeep, like to that horde of people, of walkers, and how 2 of them got killed there. I
They
have no
didn't
idea how
move
that
an
happened.
inch for like 5 minutes. They just stood there.
Oh my
Like
God.
those guys deserve to die.
That was the worst, like, any kind of zombie involved scene I've seen in a very long time.
Where's the guy on set that is logical like us and goes, "Hey, isn't this kind of weird? We're just letting these zombies just walk a mile up to these dudes and kill them." No, it'll look good once it's done edited.
Like, they
You know,
pulled up,
like-
they literally pulled up to their death.
yeah.
Like, they were driving by and like, hey, let's stop here and shoot some of these walkers
It's
down.
like, yeah, like they're filming that scene where the zombies are like crawling, like about to attack the guys, and there's like not one person there that's like, yo, the previous shot, there's like 100 miles of nothing behind them. You guys don't want to do something different here? They're like, no, this is the way we
Yes.
should go with this. Just let them fight it out.
That
That's
first,
how
that
they
first
would've
episode
done
was bananas. And the fact that they only focused on one character of all these guys was a little surprising. And you guys talking how like they're trying to make Nicholas the lead character in some ways, kind of making him like the Rick of the group, I guess. Though I feel like I don't know, I can't totally have that parallel with him being Rick because he's too much of like a loose cannon with his addiction problems and
After this most recent episode, dude, he's getting further and further away from a Rick.
yeah.
He's going more to Rick's kid.
Carl.
Carl.
Yeah.
He's a Carl, dude. He's a Carl. Carl.
Nobody likes Carl, dude.
Yeah, so let's get into episode 9, Los Muertos.
Oh.
The newest episode.
You picked that up in Switzerland?
Yeah,
Good Swiss accent.
Nice.
some Spanish in Switzerland. They speak Spanish there too.
That's what I've heard.
And yeah, we've got this. Most of the episode is more Nicholas in this new encampment. This pharmacist guy that seems to be the leader guy of this cult. I'm going to call it a cult because these guys are kind of like the cults.
Yeah, it's totally a cult situation going on here.
And they're kind of recycling the whole storyline that we ended the first half of the season. I mean, we knew it was coming because we saw the trailers, but where they think like the dead are like on another kind of like level in some ways, and like they're doing weird stuff, like I don't know what they're like sacrificing people into that.
Well, yeah, like when someone gets super sick, instead of like they just like put them down like an animal essentially. But I think it's really odd that this is another, like, why are they doing the exact same thing that other encampment did, and they're like hundreds of miles apart, especially when there's no communication in this world. Like, I find it really hard to believe that another place is doing this exact same thing.
It's just so weird, man.
And it's so stupid.
When I was watching, I was like, I mean, Mexico's probably not the greatest spot to set up camp and try and like have a little society, because I mean, Mexico is already kind of poor in a lot of areas.
Unless they go like has really bad water filtration.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
But then I was thinking, like, whoa, why don't they just go to San Diego? That's really close. But then I remember, the U.S. military, I think they, like, napalmed all the western United States, right? That we learned.
Yeah, they went down the coast, yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's why. Yeah, it's interesting why they're going that route again. It doesn't make total sense why they would do that. And, yeah, and then we got a little Madison and Strand and Alicia and Ophelia in this episode.
Which I thought, that part of the episode I thought was good. There was parts of this episode I thought were really cool, and that was one of them.
That wasn't half bad, especially when those walkers started to exit their balconies. I don't know. I have no idea why they didn't do that sooner, because I'm sure they heard noises.
But yeah, like they all of a sudden decide to wake up and walk off the edge.
Until Strand starts playing the piano, they're like, "Oh, what's that noise?"
Oh, piano! Yeah, they're not hearing all the doors slamming as they're like rummaging through the hotel. I also thought it was weird that girl opened the stairwell door. Like, she didn't hear like 100 zombies like rustling around in there. There's like a lot of weird shit, but outside of stupid,
just the sight of
things,
them just falling was kind of cool, I guess.
But unless these zombies have supersonic hearing, I mean, how often do you walk by a bar and hear like, like the music blaring, or like a music studio and hearing like the piano? Like, I mean, it's muffled pretty well. You're not going to hear it in another building across the fucking street. And I know we're not, we're suspending reality for a second, but if you're going to use the gimmick that they could hear like this noise and it's riling them up, at least make it like semi-believable or like, consistent, I guess I should say.
Because they were falling from like the very top of that building.
Yeah. It was just
Which
like...
you can't hear the bar if you're on like the 20th floor of your hotel room.
No, dude. You ain't hearing shit.
Well, I don't know if it was the glasses that she was shattering. You probably wouldn't hear that either. I mean, you could probably drive a truck through that fucking window and no one would.
Oh yeah, and then she decides to start throwing shot glasses.
Which I always wanted to do.
Strand kind of really irritated me in this episode. It was great we got a little bit more backstory on Madison. She revealed that she's from the South, Kentucky, I think she said. Makes sense. Alabama, actually, Alabama. But them talking to each other really irritated me for some reason. I really don't like the actress that plays Madison. I don't think she's a very good actress.
You know what I was going to say? I don't think a lot of these dudes are really good actors. Like, the dude who plays Nick was pretty lacking this episode, I thought.
I think Strand is really good.
Just his gimmick, I don't know. But that whole bar scene where they were, like, conversing.
I didn't understand, like, they seem to know what they're doing, but only Alicia had the common sense to be like, hey, let's go up to the rooms and try and find supplies. And Strand and Madison were like, oh, we're going to hang out at the bar.
and then get fucking shit slammed
Yeah.
while there's fucking zombies around.
And Strand plays the piano, even though I don't know if he just doesn't know how to play the piano, but he just was playing out of key on purpose or what he was doing. But
He's trying to make eerie music to scare you when the zombies were coming.
No, he was just trying to lay down some charm, man. That's what he got. That's all he has.
He's trying to lay down the organ pipes.
I did like that he was basically like, yeah, I'd flirt with you. That's just what I do. I'm a player.
It was awkward.
Yeah, it was a weird
plays the
situation.
game.
Let's get to my favorite part of the episode, which I thought was cool/weird, which was the grocery store situation run by the cartel.
Yeah.
I thought that was really neat.
Which I don't want to call them the cartel, because I feel like if that was really the cartel,
They would've
I feel
killed
like this is just like another gang. If that was really the cartel, they would have killed those two like
Yeah,
really quick.
Shia LaBeouf would have like decapitated homeboy in that situation. There was no question, dude.
I think this is just like a small gang that thinks they're tough, but they're really not, because they seem just to be pushovers.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't know, man. When you threaten to take a guy's drugs away,
Yeah, I mean,
he gets a little nervous and scared, dude.
Why don't they just stop taking drugs?
that was the question I had. He's like,
That's
well,
not the
she's gonna-
lifestyle, man.
But like, I don't.
Gotta be cool for the babes.
Like I know it's tough when you first get off them, probably from watching rehab stuff and watching Nicholas in past episodes. Like he has got that. It takes him like a week to recover from the addiction and everything, and he still never quits the addiction. But in this world, you probably don't want to be a drug addict because you're not going to survive long. Because you
True.
need an extra thing.
It's really, yeah. I guess it's like it's really hard, right? Like, because the sister is all messed up, and if she starts going into these crazy convulsions, maybe the other people are just gonna be like, let's just fucking kill her, right? Because she's just too much to handle. And even Nick, remember how crazy Nick was when he was going off his meds? Like, if that lady's like that, maybe the cartel is gonna kill him. So
I mean, he
it's
still
just
is
going
crazy.
around. Yeah,
I
that's
just
true.
It's interesting. They're playing this like this crack addict, like drug addict gimmick so hard that they suspend reality for so many other things. But I don't know, like you were saying, it's pretty hard for these dudes to get off it. You know, like, look at all the people that really struggle. Like their loved ones are, pissed off at them, leaving them, and like in the real world, and they don't want to get off it. Shit, in a world that's gone and has beat the crap, that's like your only thing that's gonna probably make you happy. And guess who's got him? Your boy Nick.
I thought it was also weird that they had never followed her before. Like, I feel like they should follow everybody.
That's when I started thinking that this is definitely not the cartel, and they're a very low-level gang that don't know what they're doing if they've never followed.
Which I'm really excited about, because that's one of my favorite parts of The Walking Dead, are people pretending to be other people. That's like what to me like kind of makes that show, because you don't really know who anybody used to be, but in their new world, they're like amazing. Case in point, Carol. Like, she's a stone cold killer now, but before she was just like a normal lady. Which these guys could have all been like McDonald's workers.
Quite possibly, yes.
McDonald's workers are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing
And
against
psychotic.
McDonald's workers, but they're not running around with machine guns, is my point. They could have been office workers too. I don't care what they were. Don't try to make me look bad.
What are you trying to say about the working man?
Yeah, man. Love the working man. I love the working man.
I feel like this is going to be a constant theme in this show, and they're going to continue it every episode. But the whole blood thing on the face, it bugs me to no end, because on The Walking Dead, it's like a wild card that they don't use very often. They've used it twice in the 6 seasons ever on The Walking Dead. And they go like hardcore. They've got entrails all over them. It's not just like blood wiped on their face. We're like, okay, now we're good. Nothing walkers aren't going to find us. But like that's what they did in this episode, and it drives me nuts of why they don't. They just. I feel like if they're just walking around with blood on their face, the walkers know they're there.
So
It's not going to be a full cover up.
I thought that too, but then what if the people on The Walking Dead are just doing it wrong? Like, they're just using more than you need. I was like, maybe Nick and this lady figured out that you only need a little bit of blood. You don't need to fill the bathtub up and then like skin them and hang their skin on top of you to walk through.
I kind of like the whole idea of going over the top and doing what The Walking Dead did.
I do. I agree. I think that visual is
better.
amazing, but I also think this is kind of, it almost like builds it out like those guys, for once, those people on that show don't know what they're doing. That's just like one way to look at it.
I guess if I didn't see it on The Walking Dead, and this is the first time I'm seeing anyone do it, I'd be okay with it. But the fact that I do have it in The Walking Dead, and that's what bugs me. Plus, I couldn't figure out if Nick was wearing a red shirt or a white shirt that just had blood all over it that just turned reddish pinkish.
That was the shirt from last week.
Yeah, but was it a white shirt or a red shirt?
Yeah, no, it was a white shirt that turned pink.
I want to go with this is like his shirt from the first episode, and it's a white one.
Yeah, because remember the blood ran and it's just laying out in the sun.
Dyed red blood.
It looked like a total like a garment dyed shirt. It didn't look very fancy.
How can anyone standing next to that man? Like he's got to smell like hell.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, he could have just went to the hotel with their hot water somehow and taken a shower.
Oh yeah, how the heck did they have hot water? That hotel didn't have power, correct?
That we know of.
No, it didn't. I don't think.
They had all the lights off, but somehow the hot water still worked, which doesn't normally work if you don't have power. And the key cards on the electronic door cards or whatever still worked, unless they had like some backup generator or something weird.
But that system, I mean, if we want to break it down, that system would be down and not functioning because the main server would be broken.
Plus, we're in Mexico, so I mean, their power grid, I would think, is a little less sophisticated than what the U.S. has, I would imagine. But that's going a little too far, I think.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be fucking brutally honest with you guys. It is a damn chore to watch this show every week, dude. I am not a fan of it, and I'm trying really hard. And then they pull shit like that bar scene, which I was like, and then they pull shit where they don't chop someone's arm off, and I'm like, come on, dude. You could have chopped his arm off. She could have ran him back to the city, saved his arm. Then we got a one-armed dude. How awesome! Now we got a show.
I actually, for 1 second, I was like,
shit going.
ooh, they're gonna channel the comics here in a different way, and then they didn't do it, and I was like, you son of a bitch.
I was a little let down by that.
Yeah.
But the big thing in this episode that they kind of revealed, that pharmacist guy, whatever his name is, but the pharmacist.
Yeah, the pharmacist.
And him being bitten one time, and you saw the little appearance of his scar or whatever it was of being bitten at one time. Is that real? Is he like immune from turning, or is he just BSing?
He's a Dwight, dude.
Yeah.
Or whatever that guy is from The Walking Dead.
Eugene.
Yeah, he's a Eugene, dude. He probably got bit by like a wolf or something back in the day.
Probably a wolf.
You just go with me here, dude. He
got bit by a
wolf
all in.
back in the day.
Wolf's not far.
He gets this scar, and then someone catches the scar, and he's like, oh yeah. He's trying to impress him, and he's like, I've survived. Because if this motherfucker has the cure, why isn't he spreading the love? Why isn't he talking about it?
Well, because he doesn't have a cure, because he is the cure. Right.
His blood.
Yeah.
So let people drink his blood.
Oh,
That's what he should
little
do.
Lost Boys action right there.
Lost Boys,
Yeah, Lost Boys it up, dude. Now I know how blood transfers.
Now that we've all watched Lost Boys for the first time.
Yeah. And here we are, not even able to talk about it.
We'll get with Swenor next week and talk about Lost Boys.
So
I've got some questions for him, but yeah.
Maybe the guy is full of shit, which is my first response. Or the second thing was maybe he got bit, and you know how like they cut the arm off really fast, and then maybe they just cut that chunk out really fast. Like he got bit, and then someone just like, and they got it.
I think he's definitely BSing to like convince these people that he's something that he's not. Especially when he revealed to Nick that he shot something in that guy that went through the bus, and he said it was just liquid to give him like courage.
Mm-hmm.
Because the guy thought it was something to protect him from the walkers, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it was just.
But yeah, I think this guy's just BSing, and
we're gonna find out he's BSing because he's trying to give people hope to keep them happy.
What his motive is, but it's not that interesting to me.
No, you know, they had two opportunities this episode to make me happy and win me over, and they failed at both. The machete getting chopped off, and those guys from Costco coming back and putting a bullet in that guy's head when he was preaching in the theater. I was waiting for a bullet to come through the glass and just put that dude down, and then see everyone freak out. Nothing, man. I was let down both times, dude. The Costco brigade, nothing.
Yeah, and then the ending where it's like, ooh, nobody can get out of the situation they're stuck in. It's like, get the fuck out of here, dude. How many times have we been down this stupid road?
We will not die.
And where the heck did Ophelia disappear to in that hotel? Like, she was in the same room as Alicia, and then all of a sudden she just disappeared.
I'm thinking Ophelia is just downstairs or something, and she's going to be the one that saves everybody with a
Maybe she went to the bathroom.
machine gun or something. I don't know.
A machine gun leg.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just... potential here in this show, we keep saying, but I don't feel like there is anymore.
There
I think
is.
the potential has disappeared with this cast. Like, I don't think you can make any of these characters what we want them to be.
Oh, it's the worst casting ever.
I know Robert Kirkman's involved in this show. I don't know how much he's involved in it, but I just don't. I think they're trying to focus too much on the other show. I feel like, and they're like, let's make this like it, but cooler in some ways. And we're in Mexico, so it's different and things like that. Because as I was saying, I've read different books based on The Walking Dead. I've read the comics. I've played the video games. Like, there's all kinds of stuff you can do that you can go out there and not be forced into a box. And they're just doing weird stuff in this show.
I think my big problem with it right now is that we're spoiled by having a big baddie from The Walking Dead. We always have a big bad guy. In
every good show, there's a big bad guy.
No, but in the first few seasons of The Walking Dead, there really wasn't a main bad guy. Right? And this is kind of following that same formula, and we all forget that. But now we're just like, I want to go for it.
Wait, you had a big bad guy in the first season. You had the guy that was on the rooftop who was always evil the entire season, and you always thought he was going to be a loose cannon, Daryl's brother, and you the entire season, they were teasing him.
Yeah. No, I mean some over the top group or
like a governor.
We want that now. I would even a little bad guy. We had the lady last time and stuff, but it's not the same.
I don't think Fear the Walking Dead's capable of producing a character like that.
I think they are. I just think it might be too late by the time they get to it, because it takes so long for those characters to grow in this world.
Yeah, if it does happen, it's gonna sneak up on us, or it's just gonna be a very long, drawn out process for finally, this character's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's just.
I don't know how far along this show's gonna go like that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's got a big uphill battle. They should have slowed down the interesting part, which was the part of The Walking Dead that we didn't have was during the outbreak, and they just sped through the cool part of it to get us to what? To this? Come on, they really should have just slowed
The Walking
down.
Dead's ugly stepchild.
Yeah. What happened to the kid with all the snacks at the school? Is that kid still out there? Did he make it to Mexico? Because I want more about him.
I want a show based on that kid.
That guy was interesting as hell.
I was like, man, I really wish this character is a recurring character and we get a lot more of him, but that was it.
Yeah, or even stay in LA or stay in the Pacific Northwest. Just something. This Mexico setting is just way too I feel like it's almost too religious, too filled with religion to be exciting.
It is a bit of an overkill in religion.
Oh, it's draining, man. It's draining.
They go to is we believe in the dead are powerful beings and blah blah blah. And it's just weird.
It's just weird that they're recycling a storyline in season 2 from season 2.
So what are you guys gonna go with scores for the episode?
I didn't hate it as much as I just disliked that first episode because of where it was placed. It wasn't that. I'm gonna give it a 3. Swenor's tossed around in the chat Mexican candies. I'm gonna give it 3 of the Mexican snacks that Nick stole, which I need to try one of those things. I see them at the grocery store all the time. I don't know if they're any good, but I'm gonna give it a 3. There's just something missing right now. A giant zombie attack in a hotel is not what's missing.
Oh my god. Well, especially how are they going to attack when they all just walked out the window? You're safe as fucking can be inside that place, dude. Everyone just jumped out the window for no apparent reason.
It seemed to be okay though from the fall.
How did that zombie get back up? I feel like all of its bones would have been shattered. They made of jelly or something. I don't know.
I'm giving it a 2 for all the reasons I already explained. And if you need a recap, they didn't chop off a motherfucker's arm. Costco kids didn't come in and shoot the window out. I mean, and the whole bar scene. Come on.
The Costco kids.
Isn't that their gang name?
Is that the gang name? Can we get a Costco kids t-shirt? Because I would wear the shit out of it. There's just those guys with super soakers. I love it. All right, Tristan, how are you doing this? You giving it a 4?
No.
I'm at a 2 on this one. I thought it was better than the last episode, which this could probably have been a better mid-season opener.
Yeah, this would have definitely been a much better mid-season opener. I would have given this the same score, actually, but it would have been better.
Yeah. Hopefully it gets better from here, because it is kind of pain to watch.
Swenor wanted to drop the show last week.
Yeah, I heard.
I was like, whoa, we have to wait until Tristan's back to start discussing that.
I mean, this is kind of just like the filler until all the shows come back too. So I guess that's what we have.
Yeah, I guess.
I think the first show that comes back is Gotham in like 3 weeks.
Ooh.
Everything's so
We'll see.
late. I feel like.
And then they
Yeah.
all hit at the same fucking time, dude.
Then yeah, all the CW shows hit in like the first week of
We get
October.
corked, dude, like a motherfucker. Hey, what'd you think of the Flintstones last week?
From listening to you guys talk about Flintstones, I'm a little scared to actually pick up that comic and read it.
Why?
It's,
Because it's so
if you-
amazing?
It's gonna
It's
tell you how to
fucking
live your
crazy.
life.
Yeah, I was a little frightened to read that, but I'll check it out.
It scares you to be a consumer. Like,
And
I
then
don't think I
Captain
bought
America, Steve
anything.
Rogers, you guys were talking about monkeys getting killed and all kinds of craziness. So it's like, what the heck happened in that issue?
Yeah, you know what? That was actually really... The Flintstones was better than that, I think we said. But when's the new Flintstone comes out, like, you just get it, Tristan. You're going to love it, I promise.
All right. I will do that. As Swenor and you guys were talking last week, we all watched Lost Boys. Swenor is a big Lost Boys fan. So us three never seen Lost Boys in our lives, and
You guys know that Swenor has... There's pictures somewhere on the internet of him dressed up as the guy from Bill and Ted's Lost Boy character.
really,
Yeah. You have to do some sleuthing. If anyone can find that and send it to us.
why do you pick that one?
I don't know why he picked that one. Maybe it was the guy was wearing a crop top? I don't know. Swenor doesn't really wear crop tops, but he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, dude, he's on his porch right now in a crop top drinking a beer.
So we'll talk about Lost Boys next week. Only the first movie, because I have no idea how they made 2 sequels after this movie. I looked a little into it, but these Corey Feldman sequels that just look awful.
I think they just pushed him out because there was like a big resurgence of kind of like the cultness of it at that point. So they were like, hey, let's try and cash in on it. I've never seen them. I just saw the
I mean,
original.
that's like pushing out Tremors 5 and 6. Like, those are movies that just shouldn't happen.
I don't
At least
know,
they
man.
did it
I
for,
got
like,
my
over
dad the
the
latest
years.
Tremors movie for Christmas, and he forced me to watch it with him. And that wasn't so terrible. I mean, the special
Really?
effects were awful, and everything about it was god awful. But I think
And they play into
Jamie
it, though.
Kennedy
Like, when
was
you
in
get-
there.
when he got locked in the cage and he was sitting in the cage in his underwear.
Yeah, that was like that was like a whole movie. Like we could have made
Yeah.
that ourselves.
Yeah, it was pretty low budget.
It was
dude.
pretty low budget, but it made sense in the world. But this movie was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Tristan.
I was a little let down by things because, like, well, we'll go into it next week. But I think if I watched this as a kid, I would have probably enjoyed it
Oh, and yeah.
more than I did now.
Oh, dude, you cannot go in there and like with the mindset of movies of today. It's not.
It's really hard
Well,
to like
not even,
watch
like,
an 80s movie today.
Mindset of movies, but like growing up, I grew up with like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So like my view of vampires, like that's my mythology of vampires and like True
Oh,
Blood.
you didn't grow up with Monster Squad, dude.
No, I had no idea what Monster Squad is.
Oh my.
Are you-
really?
we might have
no,
to do a standalone podcast where we just
No.
review 80s movies.
Halloween, a Halloween adapted, the Halloween adapted episode, dude. We'll get together. We'll do Lost Boys. We'll do Monster Squad. We'll throw some Goonies in there.
Let's do Little Monsters while we're at it. I like that movie.
Little
with Howie
Monsters,
Mandel,
Little
dude.
Monster's good.
Yeah.
I like
get
Little
it.
Monster.
And I will draw a comic for the episode, and I will do the pains, and Jason will play the pains as they fly across the screen, and you guys watch.
Yeah, I'm all in on this.
I'll do a comic for you. It'll be
I'm
great.
excited, dude.
when
I
it's
didn't know
awesome.
Tristan hadn't seen that movie.
Sorry.
No, mind blown.
Shit, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, real quick on Lost Boys. Which character do you think I would dress up as?
It's none of the Lost Boys. It's the singer that was singing under the beach when they went
The
under
saxophone guy.
Yeah, like one of the members of that band is. I was like, I was gonna screenshot it and put it in the notes. I was like, well, there's Chad's Halloween costume.
Saxophone Sal, dude. All right, we can move on, dude. But I bought the baby oil already. Getting ready.
Gross.
Getting into the news, some interesting little things in the news this week. Ben Affleck on his Instagram released a little video teasing Deathstroke. He was filming like a TV screen, and then like the camera kind of like went sideways, and you could see like he was definitely on a set somewhere because you could see like a green screen behind the wall or on the wall. But there's theories of like Deathstroke's gonna be introduced in Justice League, and then he'll be like the main villain in the solo Batman movie.
Oh no.
How familiar are you guys with Deathstroke?
I'm familiar enough to know that looked like the Arrow version.
The Arrow version was better than what I saw here.
Yeah, I'm only familiar with Arrow and from the Injustice video games. That's pretty much it. So
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to make all their costumes just like Injustice costumes, where it's all clunky looking armor,
Power Rangery,
yeah,
like extra pieces on them and stuff.
But isn't that
Deathstroke-
how he looks? Like in Batman in Arkham Origins? In like the Arkham games and stuff? Like, I mean, that's kind of how he's evolved over the last couple of years, dude. Like in Arrow and the Arkham game, he's like that. And I think Injustice and...
I mean, in live action, like an Arrow, like, yeah, I feel like he's not as clunky, not as armored, because Deathstroke doesn't necessarily need all that armor, because Deathstroke is, well, to compare him to anyone in comics, he's kind of like Deadpool, just not the same personality. Like, he's a hitman, he's a hired gun, but he's got like these weird things, like he has superhuman abilities because he's taken like these different potions, experiments, whatever, and like he can use higher percentage of his brain than most people can use, and like he can plan out his entire attack. Like, he's good at that. Like, he's a really good assassin.
I don't mind him with this like SWAT gear, because if you think back, dude, just kind of okay, what he's a spandex wearing dude for sure. Okay, we got that. But look at what they did, and I'm thankful that they don't do this with Snake Eyes and G.I. Joe. That was awful, dude, and that's like a potential of what we could get. I mean, like the suits have come far. Like, I mean, Spider-Man looks super rad, but like Deathstroke, a meaty dude in a tiny little costume, sometimes it just doesn't work too well. And we need a meaty dude. Not that sounded that kind of
yeah. I mean,
weird. I hope they take this character and get an actual story around him. Like, Deathstroke isn't like a flashy guy. He's not gonna like shoot fireworks off behind him or anything like that. He's not gonna have this long speech or anything. Like, he just does a job and he does it well. Like, he's Deathstroke the Terminator. Like, he's an unstoppable force sometimes. And I hope like they kind of get into like his plan attacks, things like that.
You want an origin story for him?
Well, I don't think they're gonna go that origin on him, but they're gonna introduce him in Justice League. I'm assuming it's something, I guess. Kind of interesting they're using him, because in everything that I've read, like in comics, he's used heavily in Teen Titans, quite heavily. I mean, he's done comics with Batman as roles there. He's got a big feud with Green Arrow, as he's been shown in live action Arrow. But yeah, a lot of things I've seen with him have been with Teen Titans and Titans. He had his own Titans squad for a while in the comics, Titans East, like his own little squad. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do here, but I'm hoping that they don't go flashy, that they actually like take some time and writing a good story for him.
So my question is, you know him, you seem to know him pretty well. What does he do in the comics that causes so much chaos that Batman needs to stop this dude? Like, what's his big thing? Is he just like an assassin that's like going out and killing people?
Yeah, I mean,
he kind of just wants to stop the hits, because usually like when it's a Batman movie, it's like something big, like citywide. I see an assassin.
I mean, they're probably gonna play out the theory, like they do in a lot of live action movies, like another guy that like wants to topple society, take over the world, things like that. Yeah.
Do you think that they would cast a overlord, I guess you could say, but like someone who's above him that would be like kind of like the puppet master, and then Deathstroke's like the main villain, but there's this guy kind of controlling him that's in the shadows? I don't know if there's anything like that.
See, it'd be interesting if they have someone like try and control him, because Deathstroke doesn't really get controlled very well. Like, Deathstroke's his own man. So if they did do that, I think that would be a mistake. So hopefully they don't do that.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing in the chat, he seems to be like pretty badass. Like, he's taking down the Justice League. Like, he's like legit.
Yeah.
So I would, maybe he can be like a Thanos, like
I said, he's like
top tier.
A very thorough tactician of what he does. Like he's got like Batman plans out everything he does. Like Deathstroke is even further than that than what Batman does. So
All right.
it's interesting that they teased it, I guess. But yeah, we'll see.
A little early, but
What's there. Yeah.
Nobody controls Deathstroke.
no one controls Ben Affleck either. Apparently.
Make my own movies.
We've talked about it in the past, but I think it was San Diego Comic-Con, for Thor Ragnarok, they released this mockumentary. And finally, we don't get the full video of everything where they show kind of concept art for the movie, but we got the mockumentary of what Thor was doing during Civil War, since he wasn't around for Civil War. So it's him and Bruce Banner's around. It's a funny little 5-minute video that they have going on here.
It was pretty good, dude. Like with the, I don't know, with him in his like robe,
His
like
roommate.
yeah,
And stalking his roommate at work and all that. It's good stuff.
Is that the direction you think they're going to take with this whole movie?
I don't think that campy and funny, but I think it will be funnier because, if anything, the director, he's got links to. He's a comedic director in some ways. Like he's done Flight of the Conchords. He's heavily involved with Flight of the Conchords. So yeah, I think they could go that route. And
It would be awesome to me if they just took
Yeah.
like a hard left and just leaned into how funny like that first Thor movie was. Like I think that'd be great.
This is almost could have been a pilot for that fucking superhero movie that they were trying to get off the ground. That was going to be a comic. Like I think it already got like an episode going on.
The
but
TV show.
yeah, dude, that
The
TV
Office?
show.
Yeah.
That this like kind of like the way he's like visiting the guy at work, sitting next to his computer, throwing his fucking hammer around, like that kind of stuff. I think could have been good, but then I don't know. I think it could have been a good direction for them to go, but we'll see what happens, dude.
When is this coming out? Do we know yet? Next.
Thor Ragnarok,
next
that
summer?
comes out in 2017. I think like the later part of the year.
Yeah. I would say just to plug the release calendar, I have 2017 right now, so we should probably get a new date in there.
November 3rd, 2017.
All right, so we got a whole year to wait for this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say wait.
We got a year to put those
It'll come
jokes
when
in.
it
I
gets
think
here.
they're. I know they started production. They were filming on the same lot that they did. Or no, I think they're filming in Australia. Maybe I forget where they're filming. Maybe I'm getting confused. I know Guardians of the Galaxy stopped filming, and then Spider-Man: Homecoming started filming on the same lot. I thought Thor was maybe in the same kind of stuff too, but maybe not.
Hopefully they
It's all
know
exciting stuff.
better.
A lot
than
of
us,
cool
yeah.
things are happening.
Exciting stuff for this universe, I guess.
Yeah. Some great news that we got today was finally confirmed by Netflix that Stranger Things is getting a second season and it's coming in 2017. Let's everyone rejoice.
Holy
Dude,
crap.
Stranger Things season 2, the rebirth of Barb. Barb's
Dude,
rebirth.
enough
Right?
about Barb, dude. No one cares about Barb.
Everyone cares about Barb.
Wow, Tristan
Why?
loves Barb.
We-
dude. He's
yeah.
got a lot more Barb coming up.
Great character.
I've actually grown up with Barb.
A few tidbits that we got from the Duffer Brothers.
Yeah.
Is that their name?
Dude, seriously? After watching all those episodes, I said the Duffer Brothers like 19 times in the just starting.
I got
I
it right.
blacked it out after like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, so they revealed the first season had 8 chapters. The second season you only get 9, so 1 more additional episode. They didn't want to overkill and do like 15 episodes, so they feel like they can
Awesome.
tell the story with what they have. They said there's going to be some new characters that will be introduced. I think they said like 4 new characters.
Yep, I think that's something like that, yeah.
It's good that this season is going to be a continuation of the story, just a different year, same town, similar characters that we know that we loved in the first season. Like
Yeah. They said it was going to be
Dustin.
fall 1984, I think.
right.
Yeah.
I think they also said that the very first episode they're going to start in an area that they've never been in before. So
Yeah, they said they're going to venture outside of this town and
Hawkins, yeah.
see some new things, which is cool.
We'll see the upside down world again. The upside down.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what else there is to that world. If there's more creatures in there or what's
They
going on.
seem, and the Duff brothers seem to, or from what they said, they're like, well, we've got a lot of story that we really want to tell that we weren't able to tell in the first season. So it was kind of surprising because we were kind of thinking like, well, what else were they going to go with? Like, can it be as good as the first season and things like that.
Dude, I think when you have like a good story, like these guys have, it's just like super exciting to get to like build on it. Now that they know it was like a huge hit, they're probably like, this is the amazing thing. We got like 10 seasons written out probably. Because they had all the titles in this trailer, right? Like all the titles of the new episodes are already in this trailer, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, can they continue to capture it now that we know like all the suspenseful secrets that kept us intrigued the entire season? It's all out of the bag. What secrets can they, not that they can't, but I'm just curious to find out what secrets like.
They said there are more secrets that haven't been revealed, so
yeah, it's like we know how you get into the upside down world. We know who was in charge of making it essentially. Like all the cool shit's out of the bag. Like, I mean, now what do we learn? Kind of hairspray to Steve use.
Maybe there's another dimension. Maybe that was just like maybe that creature was an underling, and like there's like bigger things that are out there on the upside down that are doing it, I guess. But, dude, I don't know. I wasn't sure if I wanted a season 2, and I don't know.
Oh my God, you have to want to see more of those little kids hunting monsters and doing what they do.
Like, I felt like it ended really well, and I would just like, and I think what I'm going at is my season 2 would have been an alternate universe, kind of in that style where it was like this overarching mystery of like a sci-fi element with a bunch of kids or new people exploring this in a different either time period or something different is where I would have liked it to go. But a continuation of these kids, I can't get enough Toothless. So,
dude, Tristan's sending us videos every day of this kid like singing national anthems. He's in
dude, what are you
at some talent competition.
He's a very talented actor. He was in Les Mis as like even younger. Well, obviously younger than what he is now. Like,
I love how you turned your "I Love Dustin" shirt inside out for the podcast.
I didn't want to show off anything. I get a lot of requests for people that want it too, and like I can't just supply everyone.
Yeah, no, I hear you, dude. When you're the leader of a fan club, it's tough, dude. Yeah. It's tough. He's got a killer voice, though, man. Whew. They'll do a musical.
I think those kids are on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon tonight. So give that a watch.
Of course they are.
Yeah, he said he was doing something fun with them. I saw on Twitter, whatever that means.
Oh.
Maybe they're playing the Wii.
The Wii U. We've talked about Barb already, but we've got even more news surrounding Barb as she got a new gig with Riverdale, the CW series, the Archie reboot that's coming this fall.
We got a teaser for that yet?
Yeah, there was something that came at Comic-Con. We talked about it.
Yeah, there was a bootleg. There was a bootleg one that we were sending around. That was actually pretty cool.
Well, she just signed on, so nothing. Yeah,
that bootleg teaser was really cool. I was intrigued after I saw that thing that had like the film noir look to it,
and just like the Lost Boys is getting a CW series, but just like Lost Boys, these are all reboots, so it's going to be entirely reimagining of what we've previously seen in Archie comics and in Lost Boys' case with the Lost Boys movies. So
yeah, it didn't look as shitty as those Archie comics I used to get as a kid. Those things annoyed me whenever I got one. When someone gave me one of those, I was like, God damn it, dude. Of all the comics in the world, I have to read this shit.
The current series, written by Mark Waid, is actually pretty good.
I'll never read it.
Spoiler alert, Archie dies.
Yeah, spoiler alert, Archie's a huge racist. And he gets shot because of it. Lesson to you kids.
All right, well, that's it for the news.
You don't want to talk about Russia's version of the Avengers?
Yeah, what about...
I think you guys want to talk about more than I do.
What is it, and how awesome is that going to be?
Usually there's like B movies like that make it to the that skip straight to Blu-ray, but this is going theater side, dude.
What is this called now? Guardians of the Avengers or something?
Guardians, dude.
Oh,
it's
Guardians.
six Guardians. How is this so weird to me that overseas when I watch their videos and their CG, something always looks off. It's like really amazing, but just something looks a little weird.
There is nothing amazing about that CG.
Wait, what? Whoa.
It's amazing in the context that it's not done by a major studio.
Yes, that's what I'm referring to.
But it looks like those YouTube like Power Ranger videos and stuff that people make. The CG doesn't look.
The bear
right.
looks awesome.
No, it all looks. The lighting is all wrong. Like it's not set in the scenes perfectly. There's like a million things wrong with that CG.
All
That's
of a
what.
sudden,
That's what
Jason's
you're.
fucking Spielberg over there.
Let me tell you guys about CG.
Hold on a second.
But
I run
yeah.
DreamWorks on my off day.
All right, people agree the bear was fucking awesome. I guess I don't know. What do I know?
Bear looked good, dude. That guy throwing those whips and chains around.
All right, that was
some of
pretty
the fights looked pretty cool. I mean, for a movie that isn't by a big studio, that's overseas.
It's
But I was just
amazing.
gonna say, like the Night Watch movies,
Yeah,
something
those
always
are-
looked off by the CG, but those are good movies. I'm super.
I
fucking
don't know, dude.
curious
When
by
that
this
car
game.
rode up the
Dude.
side of that building, that's still one of my favorite moments of CG from Russia ever. I want that in
Seems
Fast
like
and the
Russia.
Furious. I want that in the next Fast and the Furious movie.
So when's this movie coming out?
The robots, dude, in like the grass, like fighting things. I'm pretty excited for this thing, dude.
Why were there so many
2017. 2017. We don't have a firm date. It's only in Russia, so my Russian friends, please tell me all about it. Give me a
Are you
brief.
going to Russia for the premiere?
I'll be in Russia for the premiere.
won't let
Are you gonna be in a bear
Costume
suit?
for the wolf or for the
You
bear
should
man?
dress up as a bear. Get on the plane, go full bear, dude. See what happens. I mean, this can't be worse than Suicide Squad,
That is
right?
true.
It's not
That is-
possible.
Yeah,
According to
it's
Tristan.
not. So there we
Well,
go, dude. Guardians coming
Batman vs.
2017.
Superman is worse than Suicide Squad, but that's just my opinion.
Can you just say this looks better than Suicide Squad? Because then I will send the movie production studio that clip of you saying that, and you'll be on that poster in Russia.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I don't know what this movie is. I was confused when I watched it.
Do you want to be on this poster, Chad? Somebody say it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to cut my edit myself, and that's just weird.
What do you want me to say?
Chelsea.
Dude, the Guardians looks better than Suicide Squad or something cool like this.
Have you guys seen this Guardians trailer? It looks so much better than Suicide Squad. It's gonna be amazing.
Boom.
Amazing.
There you go. Movie poster.
Winter of 2017. Check it out.
They're not gonna write all that. They're just gonna take the hot words.
Suicide Squad killer? Check out Guardians and run.
I just want our name to be in one of those like CG blurbs of like letters just flying at the screen and
Yeah.
exploding.
Tristan Wisher said. Pew, 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 pew.
So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, 2017 is gonna be kick ass.
All right, well, that's all we have for this week on Adapted episode 91. Join us next week, episode 92. We've got another episode of Fear the Walking Dead. Got Han Solo number 3 to talk about, and we've got Lost Boys when Swenor's back. We got a lot of questions for Swenor about Lost Boys.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Stay with us on Twitch and all our live platforms. We're on YouTube and Facebook right now, too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we're just like
dude, we're all
split on like
across the
10 different
nation.
platforms right now.
Stay on for this Block Party podcast where we talk all things video games for the week. I'll give my little insight with a little time that I spent on Titanfall 2.
I'm excited for that.
Little tech
Yeah, me
test
too. 'Cause
and
that game's a shit show.
everything else you guys played for the week. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what else we played.
Surprise!
All right.
Yeah, that's what we did. We did
the
the same thing to Swenor last week. He wanted us to go, and we're just like, no, finish it.
I
Finish
thought you
the
had
show.
something else.
Good luck.
All right. We'll see you next week. Join us on allertonab.com all week long. Don't forget to hit subscribe and never miss another one of our podcasts and videos.
You'll regret it.
Probably
Bye,
already
guys.
do.
If you miss it, you'll
You're
regret
going to
it.
regret
You will
it. You'll regret it either way.
subscribing. You-